Hello and welcome to a new series on my channel. Um, this is a fantasy league that I'm doing in Out of the Park Baseball 23. Yes, it's not 24. Um, I don't know what to say about it. I can't afford to get it. I have 23, works really well, and yeah, it's been really fun. I'm not I'm not a baseball expert or anything like that, uh, and I grew up playing baseball. I spent 5 years playing it when I was younger, more than other sports. I actually prefer foot well soccer. I call it football because everybody else does. And but I still like baseball. I don't really watch it as much as I used to. Kind of fell out of it around the time Cal Ripken Jr. retired. He was one of my favorite players of all time, and really represents the kind of baseball that I enjoyed watching before it became, sabermetrics and all this other stuff, you know, whatever else you can think of that has, I don't know, spoiled the how pristine baseball can be, I think. But anyways, let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the leagues. So first of all, the very top league is the National League. Excuse me. And as soon as we can see the standings here, there we go. There are 36 teams in this league. I won't go through them all. You can go ahead and pause the screen here if you like. This is the last season. So what I did was I started each league in 1950, and I believe I started the main leagues with 24 teams each, and I just kind of slowly expanded them up, and I actually got a little practice in on doing an expansion draft. And I also found out a little trick that I don't know if you may know about, but it really helps you build your team in the beginning, especially if you don't mind taking on a few older players, which is almost impossible not to in an expansion draft. But what I'm going to do is, so let's take a look. The next league is the American League, and it also has 36 teams. And what I'm going to do is, after this next season, I'm going to start having these top two leagues promote and relegate 6 teams at a time. So, the top teams in the American League will go to the National League. The bottom teams from there will come to here. And so my team is the Portland Pioneers, and we're in the AL Pacific Division. So it's kind of confusing, I know, but the National League, let's go back to that. The National League has the National League and the Federal League, right? And I implemented the designated hitter in the same year, in 1973. So all of the leagues on the right in these main leagues are the designated hitter leagues. So I at least kept that straight. So we're in a designated hitter league in the American League. And next is the International League. And this is just, some other teams to kind of, just have all those players. Kind of adds a lot more variety. And so these teams will not promote or relegate. I tried doing that before, with 3 leagues, and it kind of got, I don't know, I feel like it was forcing certain leagues to kind of dominate, I guess. Because the first time I tried it, it was the middle league ended up having like all the 5-star players, and their finances were so far above. I wasn't really paying attention to that part. I know to now. And so, yeah, each year I just have to adjust the finances. I thought I clicked, all the right options or whatever, but they kind of, they're their own monster, so to speak, when it comes to finances, because sometimes they'll gain like 30 million in just one off season. I'm like, how? And I've got here. I'll show you. We'll go to the league settings, financials. This league and the leagues below it all are at 1% to 3% yearly inflation, but somehow these numbers still jump really high, and I'm not sure how. But let's go back to the standings. Next up, I created the Europa League, which is only 16 teams. And the reason I created all these other leagues is I want to have, at the end of each year, what I'm going to call the Champions League, right? And so the 8 champions will have their own little tournament. I shouldn't say league, I want it to be a tournament. Anyways, so there's 16 teams in this league. We also have the Nippon Professional League, which I altered a bit to have 16 teams. And I realized, I had no idea, but literally like, I think 8 or 9 of the teams are all in Tokyo, in the the greater metropolitan area of Tokyo. And I was just like, whoa. And some of them, they just have like, I don't know, I guess their corporation names as their city name. I don't know, it's weird. Because I'm like looking up, trying to find these cities, and I'm like, there's no, I think it was, Chunichi is one of them. There's no city called Chunichi. It's unique to the team, and like, I think a business that probably sponsors the team, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's how they do things. I've never really looked into it. Anyways, but there's also the Pacific League, which has 16 teams, which is, outside of Japan, in Australia and Southeast Asia, and Guam. I decided to include Guam. But yeah, and then there's the Cuban League, which I altered a little. None of them had nicknames, which I thought was interesting. So I kind of gave some of them are just baseball club, kind of like how they would do, their soccer clubs or whatever. And then lastly is the Mexican League. I also altered this one just a little. These guys were Diablos de Rojos, Red Devils. I changed them to Demons because I made Mexico City Diablos as a team in the American League, and so I wanted that to be different. And then there's the Chihuahuas. I tried not to alliterate too much with teams, but it can be hard not to. I don't know. Anyways, so with the National League, we'll look at some of the rules. So, right, so the Federal League has a designated hitter. I think I have this mostly set to how Major League Baseball is with this stuff. I tried not to change much with this one. I think this has been altered by the evolution of the league itself, which I allow, except for except for expansion, team relocation, the nickname change, and the designated hitter rule. I allow it to change this other stuff. And so yeah, I think all of this is just like it would be in the major leagues. Excuse me. And then if we go to the American League, it's a little bit different. The American League, as opposed to the Continental League, has the designated hitter rule. And let's see, I allowed draft pick trading in this one. And let's see, I think I made like, oh yeah, expansion teams draft first in this league. And I think I changed a bit of the stuff. Not this one. I think it's the International League. I changed it to where the All-Star game decides the home field for final playoff round, which I thought was interesting. And then in their rules, they get to trade injured players greater than 7 days. Excuse me. They also, their expansion teams draft first, and they've changed some of this stuff here. And yeah, so that's the main 3 leagues. I'm not going to bother with the other leagues. Yeah, so I think that's it for this. Let me switch over to, so what I did was I made a spreadsheet and I compiled the top 3 leagues and the records. I do have this posted on Google Docs as well. I plan to put the link in the description so you can go and look at it yourself. I plan to update this every time that I post a video. Well, every time that the season ends, I suppose, is a more appropriate time to change it. And so, actually, let's go back to the game real quick. If we go to the team home screen, we're in the AL Pacific, and so is this team, the Salt Lake City Stingers. They don't seem to be doing that great right now, but when we go back to the records, I did the team wins, win percentage, playoff appearances, titles, and if you look, they own all of them in the American League. They also own more titles than any other team in any other league. Tied for most playoff appearances and second in win percentage, and they have the most wins all around. So yeah, yeah, they were a very dominant team. But yeah, you can come look at this on Google Docs. I will, like I said, post that link in the description. So you can go check out all of these. One name of note, Benito Bramati. This guy, he's got some records in the National League, but he also, what was it? Oh right, he has 3 triple crowns. 3 triple crowns as a pitcher. Like, what? Nobody, like, there were some triple crowns in the other leagues, but nothing of note. Like, nobody had 2 or more. This guy has 3. This guy's like, what, the Roger Clemens of the league or something? And he's still playing. He's current. I don't think he's quite that old. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get back to the game. And so what I'm going to do is, first, I think, let's go to transactions, and the waiver wire is what I was interested in looking at. What happened? Wait, what happened to the people on the waiver? What? Oh, right, wrong league. There we go. Okay, so there are some interesting people on here. Not interested in him. I prefer players that have good defense, or at least mediocre defense, if they have like mediocre contact. But I kind of peeked at this earlier, Yeah, I think it's this guy. He's only injured for 4 more weeks, which is fine. But he's pretty solid starter in my opinion. I like his control. But he's got the circle change. He's got 3 really good pitches and then 2 mediocre. Like, can't go wrong with that. I wish his pitcher score was higher. But you kind of gotta take what you can get as an expansion team, especially when it comes to starters. That's the reason I'm looking here, because from my experience with the expansion draft, there aren't very many good pitchers that show up usually. Typically nothing greater than 2.5-star talent, and you can find some decent pitchers, but nothing that really like takes the cake, so to speak. Trying to remember who else it was that I really liked. This guy seems interesting. He's really young, 22. So is this guy, and he has more solid stats. Excuse me. So this guy's injured too long. Maybe it was this guy. 7 weeks. Oh, but no, that can't be right. I think that's it for the starting pitchers that are worth looking at, really, when it comes to the waiver wire. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to claim the player. I don't know exactly what that does. I've never actually claimed a player off of a waiver wire in this game yet, so I don't know exactly what that does, but I'm going to put out a claim. See, claim has been accepted. However, the player will remain on waivers until the end of his waiver period, during which time the waiving team might pull him back. I had a feeling that's how it works. Okay. Another team might claim him. If your claim is approved by the commissioner's office after that time, you will receive a notification to that effect. Okay. Alright. So, I don't know, let's look at some other talent. This guy would be a solid backup shortstop. He's got good score here, really good scores here. His contact is a little lacking, but decent running speed. The main thing is the defense that I'm looking at. 38 contact isn't terrible. We're looking at what, like 220s, I think, or something like that. But yeah, he seems pretty solid, and I think I'm gonna try and claim him as well. Yeah, let's make a claim. Okay. And then anyone else of interest? I kind of like this guy. Let me take a look. Oh, wow. This guy could be a starter almost if his stamina wasn't so bad. 19. 4 really solid pitches. Slider and changeup, that's just nasty. And he's got 92 on stuff. That's really good. I think I will make a claim on him. And then I think that's all we will do. Which one is he? Hugo Jimenez, yeah. Because he's 22. I like how young he is. So we'll claim this player. Alright, and then next on the list is we go and look at our rosters and see if we get lucky here. Jorge Hernandez. Oh, alright. He's 34, but he's got some decent stats. We'll go ahead and throw him on the team. Alright. Anybody else? 2-star. You got some pretty good defense. I'll think about you as a backup if I need it. Your defense is kind of low, but your batting stats are pretty freaking decent, man. I'll definitely consider you. I don't know. Okay. And also Tyreek Rhodes. Jordan Salcedo. Man, that contact is terrible, but your defense is pretty good. If I need a backup catcher, I think I will make the call. You need some time to develop, bro. Got a decent prospect here, Bobby Melendez. Right? Wow, you're not bad except for your contact. Let's see. Nothing special there. Okay, now, so what I'm gonna do is, I think. Alright, so I don't want this video to go on too long, so I think I'm just going to do the expansion draft next. I'm skipping free agency because what I'm going to do, and I'm sorry if you think it's kind of cheaty, but I'm going to, right after the expansion draft, immediately do a free agent draft. And then, when I'm done with that, I'll show you how I put a team together with, I don't know, I guess you can call it a trick, but it's really just knowing how to utilize that tool. Anyways, let's get into it. So, I think what we'll do is we'll skip to where the Hall of Fame voting begins, and we'll go back and look at the awards. Alright, we're back. Okay, Antonio Ibarra. Okay, so I forgot to tell you, I did go ahead and make some coaching offers. So, okay. So he's reacting. I've had other offers, but yours is top so far. Okay. Pitching coach. Yeah, so I did a lot of, not to the main team. This is, when I came onto the team, the major league team was full of coaches, but the minor league teams hardly had any. So I had to go through and make a whole bunch of offers. Okay, so this guy's saying up yours. No, I'm kidding. And maybe we can start the deal. Okay, I'm gonna wait on that. We're going to. Oh. Okay. It didn't move forward as far as I thought. So, see you in a minute. Okay, I accept your offer. Okay. Let's take a look at that actually real quick. Where is that? Front office. There we go. Personnel. Pending offer. Okay, Ricky, so he is the manager of the Guthrie Gunners. Alright. Oh, that's something else I didn't show you. Our minor league system, we have Brentwood Black Wolves, Salem Skyhawks, Guthrie Gunners, Sandy Valley Samurai, and Bay Island Turtles. I made sure to name these because, like, when you do an expansion team, it puts in high-end cities like, Phoenix and Baltimore and Buffalo, like, big cities, and it's just like, I don't want to have to go through all of those and set up smaller cities to make it make more sense, kind of thing. But I did do it for this team, and I will do it for any other team that I take over in the future if I do something like that. I don't know. I plan to just kind of have a dynasty with this team and see how far we can get, see how high, if we can get to the National League. That's my goal. Like, I think I can accomplish it in, I'm gonna say 3 to 4 years. We'll put it that way, because I've had some really good success. Because what I was doing with the teams as the league progressed, and I expanded the teams, I would just take over one of the expansion teams, and then put together the team how I would want to do it. And there was a couple of times where those teams made it to the playoffs in the very first year, and so I'm pretty confident that I might be able to make the playoffs in the first year. I don't know. I took a look at the Vancouver Voyagers, and oh my gosh, what a freaking Yankees stacked team. I mean, just so much 4.5, 5-star talent, 3.5-star. Oh, it's disgusting. And some of them are backups. Like this guy, Mario Gonzalez, a 3.5, and he's freaking backup. Wow, I mean, look at that guy. That's just gorgeous stats, and he's only 23 years old. Are you kidding me? He still has half a star to progress. Whoa. This team is stacked. The Yankees stacked, right? Man, and just look at the stuff numbers for the relievers are insane. I mean, for their starters too, it's just insane. Yeah. So there's that. I mean, if I can get into the wild card, but if we let's go back and look at the San Jose Threshers. They were the second team. They have some really good starting pitchers. Their bullpen not so much. Their closer's pretty darn good though. But they've got some decent talent here as well, just not quite as stacked as the Voyagers, right? So yeah, it's gonna be tough. I will tell you that. But from what I've seen from this game, and watching it simulate, lots of seasons. Yeah, you can have the best pitcher, ERA. You can have that pitcher. You'll have the best ERA. You can have the best hitter, and possibly even have him be on top of the home run list. But you can be the worst team in your division at the same time. That's no joke. I've seen it. And so, at the same time, I know it's possible with not so stacked of a team to have a chance. And especially if you stack it in the right in the right way. So, with all of that said, let's try and get to this point again. Nice, we got him. That's sweet. Let's go check him out, shall we? So he's average reputation, normal personality, ground ballers, because I want my pitchers to pitch more ground outs. So yeah, let's get to 2025. Alright. Sounds good. Alright, let's look at the league news. Okay. So, the most valuable player, Ramiro Gallego. 5-star talent, he's only 23. Wow. If only his defense was better, he'd just be perfect, wouldn't he? Man. Okay. And we got Jonathan Estrada, Bob Durazo. And he's pretty solid third baseman. Shorts, wow. All green. That's beautiful. Daniel Varelis. Oscar Gomez, Luis Saravia, and he's got some nice stats. So does he. He's just a four. Wow, he's 19. Oh yeah, Alonso Mendoza. Alright, Carmelo Sena. Wow, 175. That's insane. Alright. These are some really good players. And Buffalo Blizzard player. Okay. A lot of these guys are pretty young. That's insane. Alright, so CL Continental League's top player. Oh, so that was for the AL, right? And for the Continental League, it is Antonio Marmolejo. That's I'm sorry you have that name. 96. Wow. Contact. Alright, so Danny Medina. Man. Whoa. This guy. He's only 23. Jeez. South Arias. Daniel Chavez. Man. He's only 22. Holy cow. Man, there's some really good players. Lee Martinez. I recognize that name. Manny Garcia. John Morales. Read that switch. That is beautiful. Danny Alvarez. Damn. Reporter Hector Aguilar. Danny Castillo. James Johnson. Phil Moreno. Malik Batten. Eddie Godoy. Oh. Alright. Best pitcher for the American League. Alonso Mendoza. Wow. Wow. Carmelo Sena, Kyle Hagan, Manuel Popoli, Omoral Bennett. That's a weird name. Johnny Urrutia, Jaden Alston. Man, he's got really good stamina. He's 31. Celso Sabino. Juan Erlostegui? No, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Jordan Witt. Alright. CL's best pitcher. From the Long Island Skyliners. Danny Alvarez. And it's got Malik Batten, Brett Potter, Israel Velasquez. Love that name. Gil Villalbazo. Wow. Devon Cohen, Rafael Romero, Juffet Perdent. He's only a 2.5, 3-star. Huh. Leo Escobar. Man, he's a good pitcher. Salvador Mata, and Danny Rubio. Okay. The Voyagers. I mean, when you got a team like that, Crespo of who? Oh, Long Island Skyliners. Okay. Pitching rookie leaders. Real Vazo. Ruben Camacho. Wow. Juan Quesada. He's got some good stats. Carlos Martinez. Wow. Insane. Okay. And then AL's top rookie, the Havana Hurricanes, is Juan Rivera. Alright. Wow. 4.5 out of 5. Isn't he on? Yeah, he's on the Threshers. Okay. Thought I recognized him. Juan Rivera. Right, Jose Perez. And Justin Gentle. Wow, 102 on defense. That is insane. Alright, best rookie in the Continental League, Herb Auclair. Huh, got good contact, I guess. Plays for the Florida Flamingos. Oh no. Tijuana Toros, right. We got Gabe Ramirez, Isaiah Singleton, Gilvio Vazo. And Diamond Stick Award. I don't know if you guys really care about this. I'm not really that interested in these, unless, you know, it's one of my players. So, we will move on. Let's go take a peek at what free agency will hold. Alright, some messages. Hall of Fame voting, arbitration hearings, free agents file. Yeah. Pretty old. Wow. Wow. Man. It'd be really nice to have, even with the 54 defense and that contact. Jonathan Zavala. He's pretty decent too. Bobby Maldonado. Wow. Kaki Getchechiladze. Wow. I've seen that name show up a few times, so he must be a good hitter. Yeah, he did 342 2021. That's pretty solid. Carmel Carvalhinha. Brazilian name, no doubt. Homero Gamasi, Danny Fuentes, Miguel Martinez is injured, and Dino Bulgarini. Yeah, I'm good. Well, I do need a DH. That's right. He would be a good DH, honestly. He's useless otherwise, in my opinion. But yeah. So let's go transactions. We'll go take a look at what's available. All right. So some relieving pitchers. Man, he'd be amazing to get. I think it depends on where I have to pick. This guy might be interesting. I'm really looking for starting pitchers because they're the hardest to get in the expansion draft. You have to get really lucky to find a good one, and if you don't get to pick first, they usually get picked first if they're worth a damn. So yeah, let's go ahead and send it forward to the expansion draft. All right. Yeah, here we go. Expansion draft. We are not the first pick. Okay. So yeah, I did 22 players, 4 years, 3 picked players, and let's go. Is this the best we got? Looks like it. Oh, it's quite the team name. Dollar Desormo. Where is that? Oh, in Canada? Wow, okay. See, when you create the teams initially in like the league, you set up, you know, however many teams that are there right away. Like it picks better city names for some reason. I wish it would pick better city names when you make an expansion team. Yeah. So, this guy sucks. He'd be a good DH, I suppose. 73 contact, 81 power. I mean, he's only 23. I'm just not seeing it. Let's go ahead and take a look at what starters we have available. Yeah, see, 2-star talent at best. This guy at the top of the list. It's not too bad for a 2-star guy. I mean, it's just, there's not a lot to pick from here. that you want to pick, really. Oh, this guy, he's got some stuff. Let's check him out. He's got 5 pitches. Really good circle change. I like that. He's durable. That's good. He's got good running speed, I guess. I don't know how that would help. He might be able to run out some ground outs or something. He can sacrifice bunt a little bit, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a possibility. I want to take a look at this guy, though. Yeah, see, he's only got 2 decent pitches. He'd be better off as a reliever, honestly. Just doesn't really have the stuff, in my opinion, for that. But he can sacrifice bunt pretty well. That's an important feature to me for pitchers, especially when it comes to the playoffs and you're playing a non-DH league team. In our case, the Continental League. Man, 6 months, huh? I mean, there are some other 2-star talent pitchers. I really prefer my starters to have better stamina than anything else, really. This guy's pretty young. Oh, that's that. Never mind. Those are not good stats. You're not too awfully bad. Let's take a look at you. I mean, you got 3 good pitches. You sacrifice bunt. You're durable. Your infield arm is good. I don't know. I'm not sold on taking one of these guys first round, I guess. So let's go back to all players. And now, okay, now see, this changed somehow. I must have not had all players selected. Alright, so, this guy, wow, this guy would be a better DH. Switch hitter. Holy cow. Melvin Nava. Alright, here's first good defensive scorer I've seen. And then there's this guy out of the top 5 talent. He's pretty, they're all pretty young, I guess. Man, I'm torn between taking this guy, who's got really good defensive stats, and he can play first base better than he can play left field. These are pretty good. It's this that I like. I mean, the power, whatever. But for, someone who hits first, he'd be really, really solid. I think we go with him. Daniel Roman. I like him as a first choice. Yep. Oh, no. I might not get him. I need to auto draft until our pick. Okay, he's still there. That's good. Who did they pick? I want to see who they picked first. Chris Coleman. Oh, so they picked the starting pitcher. I think that was the injured one I was looking at too. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and take Daniel Roman. He's going to be a good, solid player for us, I think. Good, solid first hitter in the lineup. Okay, so I feel like I need to pick one of these guys now. At least one of them. This guy, I don't like his control. I don't like it when their control is too sloppy. However, this guy seems pretty solid. He's only got 2 good pitches, though. Alright, I looked at this guy before. Okay, I forgot. I forget Here's the guy I was looking at that I liked. Yeah, your control is too sloppy. Was it this guy? It might have been this guy. Is it him? Yeah, he's got better stats in my opinion, except for his pitcher stat. I like these numbers a lot better. It's got more variety. So that was this guy, Edwin Martinez. Alright, let's go ahead and take him. And then we'll go back to looking at all the players. Okay, some of these guys are still here. I think I'm going to take this guy for a DH. It's just too hard to pass up being a switch hitter. They're kind of a lot more uncommon than I would have expected. So we're going to go with him. And then I need to look at catchers. Do we have any decent catchers? They're not too bad. It's really hard to find ones that have good defense, in my opinion. Especially when you're already down at the 2.5 star level. Like, there's not a lot of good choices here. He's not too bad. We'll compare him to the other guy. So, let's look at him. Wow, your catcher arm's really good. I like that. You can sacrifice bunt, which is a nice option. And then, what was the other guy? I think it was this guy. Yeah, you have a decent rating. Your arm sucks. And you can pitch? Interesting. Never interested in that kind of dual player. I do look for a player that can dual play, like Shohei. So I think we're gonna go with what was it? This guy, Jose Talamantes. I think we go with you as our main catcher. All right, let's go back to all players. All right, still seeing some good talent here. This guy, shortstop, is important to find. You can do some other positions okay, not great. You do have some good base stealing and base running ability, which is nice. Your contact is decent, and your infield stats are really good. Turn double play 99, that's just, okay, I'm kind of sold on that one. Brian Bishop, taking you. Okay. Alright, how about you? What's your deal? You can pitch, interesting. Durable. Got a good arm. You got good batting stats, that's why I like, and you got good base running skills. I mean, you're still here. Alex Suarez, huh? I think we'll take you. If anything, you know, another DH on the list. Alright. Let's, So we look at closers. Is there a good closer? Gabriel Rodriguez. Wow. You're pretty solid, dude. Wow. If your stamina didn't suck, you could easily be a starter with all those pitches. Yeah, I think we're going to take you before you get swooped up. Alright, and then let's look at, are there good relievers left? Okay. Sandy Ramirez. I don't want to worry about them just yet. Let's take a look at the log. What have they been taking? So they take starting pitcher. Okay. They have been taking relieving pitchers. Maybe I will take one now. Sandy Ramirez. You look solid. Yeah, wow. You got a really good changeup. A little bit of sacrifice bunt. You're fragile, but that's alright. Are there any other 3-star talent? No, I think that's the only one. Just seeing if there's any other. You seem interesting. You got some good pitches. Oh. You're durable too, which is nice. But I think I'm going to take you anyways, and we'll see if we can't come back for that other guy I just looked at. But we need to go back to all players. Let's look at the second baseman. Paul Clough. Ooh, you're a switch hitter. I mean, I wish your stats were a little bit better, but that switch hitting, I really try to find good switch hitters. And your contact is decent. Your gap is really good. I like that. Good base running skills. Okay. You're kind of an all-around player, which is nice. Canadian. I won't hold that against you. Just kidding. Alright, yeah. Paul Clough, huh? I think you're a solid second baseman. Very solid. Okay. What do we got? Third base up next. Is there a good third baseman hanging around? You're not too bad. You're young. Pretty decent stats. Fragile though. I'll keep you in mind. Let's go ahead and bring up all third basemen. Okay, so we got 4 that are at 3-star, or 3 of them, I guess, that are actually third basemen. Alex McGlone. Okay, you're not versatile. But you have really solid stats in your batting. Your infield arm is really nice. Huh. I kind of like this guy better. What kind of stats do you have? Not very good defense. Okay, I'm good with that. See, once you start getting down to the 2.5 star, it's kind of hit or miss. Although you're kind of decent. But I think I like this guy. He's solid enough for a third baseman. Alright, and then let's take a look at right field. Mark Dixon. You'd be a good DH. Ooh. Hello. Wow, you can play left and right. You're durable. You got good outfield stats. Good hitting stats is what I like. Not bad running stats. Okay. Yeah. I kind of like this guy. What is it? This really Hispana. Hispania? No. There's no thing on the top of the N. Okay. You suck. Not really seeing another right fielder that can hold up to that guy. Alright. Really Hispana. Damn. Okay. And so, now that I have all these spots filled, I'm going to go ahead and take Melvin Nava because he's a 3 and a 3.5. I'm going to utilize him, trust me. You'll see. And then we'll take any 3-star talent that is decent. You're actually good for a backup left fielder. You've got good stats. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at starter. You're not bad. I'm going to take you. Oh no, I didn't like you, that's right. 6 months is just too long. Let's look at you. Alright, not too bad. Your stuff isn't that great, but your control is good, your movement's good. I like that. Where were you? This guy, Ethan Odom. Yeah, let's take you. And then let's go back to all players. Okay, yeah, we're gonna take you two. Alright, and then let's start with outfielders. We'll go to pitching ratings, and I do control. And let's see, Felix Cheney, you got decent stats. Your ground ball pitcher, 93 to 95. Throw left, it's pretty decent. What about you? You got, wow, you got good stuff. Decent stamina. Good hold. I kind of like this guy for the two-way player. Let's take a look at your ratings. You're not versatile, but it's okay. You got decent hitting rating, which is what I like. So when you're not pitching, you can hit, and you know, decently field. I think we will take you. All right, and then no, I don't want to customize. Let's just go to default. Bring potential back up. Alright. And then we'll go for three, the three stars, as many of those as we can get. And you might already know where I'm going with this. Ooh, you have good stats. Alright, Felix Camacho. Yeah, you're not bad. Take you. You know what? I think what we need to do is go back to relievers and start collecting them. Manuel Rivera. Yeah, you got really good stuff, bro. You got 3 solid pitches. That's nice. Okay, we're going to take you. Ooh. You're only 23? Wow. You got some good pitches. Alright, bro. And you're durable. That's beautiful. Leo Ruiz. Okay, that's 4. Billy Santos. You're only 24. Man, you got some good pitches, alright. Okay. Taking you. Let's go for 2 more. John Soto. Wow. Really gnarly changeup. And you're durable, I like that. Okay. John Soto. Francisco Treyes. 24, huh? Got a good circle change and a good sinker. You hold runners well. Really well. Yeah, I think not much other talent here, to be honest. I'm not really being blown away by the... Well, 33, but you got really good stamina. I do like to have a long relief pitcher. Huh. Not wowed by your numbers other than that. Yeah. I think you're the one to take, honestly. Okay. So that's 7. I think we do one more. Wow, 34. That's a bit too old. You, on the other hand, okay. You're not bad. That was this guy, right? Yeah. Jose Cardona. Alright. Now let's go back to all players. And yeah, we'll just start taking the 3-star talent. I do want to take you. Still don't have a second, third baseman, huh? Kind of want to make sure I do. We'll take you. You're solid enough. Did count you as a third baseman, right? Yeah, okay. Sometimes it switches their position for some reason. Alright, so I'm looking for a backup catcher now. Let's see what we got defense-wise. It's mainly what I look for backups. If you can hit, you can hit, whatever. Man. I guess let's look at position rating. Okay. And okay, here we go. You're pretty good. I mean, you're the, yeah. I guess we'll go with you. Okay. And right field, I want to make sure I've got backup. Okay. Would like to find somebody who's versatile. You're not bad. A bit old, but what about you? Eh. I like your numbers because you're just low on power. Yeah, we're gonna take you. And oh, he was center field. So I am looking for a right fielder for backup. You're not bad, but you're old. You got similar numbers and you're young. And then there's you. I think we'll go with Roberto Caldillo. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll just go back to, no, default. And I guess we'll take on some more first basemen. Until we can't. We got 2 more rounds. Alright, just the 3 stars, if we can. Alright, 1 more. There we go, Tony Muoz. Alright. That is it. I'm not going to have you set up the team. Thank you very much. Alright, let's go. Oh, wrong one. It's alright, we got the 1 center fielder. And let's go here. I'm going to go ahead and just pull everybody onto the team. And this is the easier way to do it that I found. It would be nice if there was a select all option, but this is still a lot quicker than dragging and dropping each player. Loop, just like that. Alright, now, I think what I'm going to do, because this is an hour long already, well, it'll probably be a bit shorter after I do some cuts. But yeah, I'm going to make this video number 1, episode number 1, and yeah, so we do have some decent talent. We got some 3 stars with 3.5 star potential. I'm really excited about this guy, Maximiliano Imaginio. Imaginio. Wow, that's a name. Yeah, he's gonna be awesome, I think, because he's a switch hitter and he's just stacked in the right numbers, right? But anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Next episode we're going to do the free agency draft, and then I will show you how I like to put a team together with the tips and tricks that I do. Alright, so that's it for now. Take care and have a wonderful day.